we're back and it's time to yap about some more style aesthetics. Though, to be honest, I'm not sure how much longer we can really do this because I feel like 2024, the whole fashion space is kind of moving away from these templated, formulaic type of style aesthetics. It feels like people really starting to celebrate and value personification and uniqueness through their style a lot more, especially with the rise of more smaller brands, the Olympics showing us we can really appreciate amazing design over branding, archive brands making a huge comeback. It's a really interesting time in the fashion space right now. Okay guys, so as I'm editing this right now, I'm just like, why is this dude yapping so much? Like, please just get onto the... Okay, the first aesthetic we're gonna talk about. No, don't say it. No, I have to address it. The first aesthetic, dude, shut up. I have to tell him. The first aesthetic we're gonna talk about.
Please, man, don't say it.
Dude, the first aesthetic is the.
Hello,
Hey, God.
I'm Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I said that. I'm just calling because I don't like one of your creations you made right here.
Can I ask you a sexual question?
What's up?
Are you a top or a bottom?
Now, I'm not sure if this is actually like a legitimate style, like aesthetic, or if it's one of those cases where it's like only on the internet type shit. But I do remember, actually, funny enough, I do remember this one kid back in high school who was always wearing like the graphic printed bunnies on his sweater and be drawing like the weirdest furry shit in class. Like, god damn. But anyway, I think this aesthetic, if you could even call it that, is definitely something that gets demonized unnecessary for very good reason, to be fair. I mean, I wouldn't be offended or judge you if you wanted to roast those furry boys, right? But I want you guys to think about this. Is the furry aesthetic and type of styling not just kind of an intrinsic connection or a desire to kind of call back to our inner childhood? You know how we always used to like want to dress up as like specific... actually, where am I going with this? It's fucking weird, bro. Do not be dressing like this. Do not be dressing like... So I really wanted to talk about this aesthetic after seeing the recent Ralph Lauren and Naomi collab, and also kind of just remembering that early American Western kind of collection Pharrell did for LV early back in the year. The way I picture this Americana aesthetic and the way I primarily see it styled is typically in like a heavily workwear orientated sort of styling. I do mess with this style and I kind of just love how fashion as a whole, I keep saying it all the time, I just love how we're really spreading it out and diversifying into like all these different type of niches. Like, so many motherfucker, this is part 2. Like, I've been talking about aesthetics for 2 whole... Now, this is definitely aesthetic I don't be seeing much past high school, right? So there's probably like an age-dependent type of appeal to this sort of look. And even within that age group, it's definitely a more niche type of style because the majority of teens are going to gravitate more towards the conventional mass appeal type of style. So this one here sits in like a really specific type of niche. I feel like our early youth is definitely spent with more insecurity and conformity to those around us. So I actually really fuck with this aesthetic, mostly for what it speaks to, as in expressing your individuality and unapologetically being yourself. Even though I might look at this and might, you know, hey, maybe it's a little bit corny. Let's be real. Let's just be real. Maybe this is a little bit corny. I appreciate you motherfuckers being unique and just being yourselves, you know. I generally think if you look back on your fashion from previous years, right, and you don't cringe, you playing it too safe, my nigga. You playing it too safe, or you're not learning, so you're not even understanding how to dress better every consecutive year. So it's definitely a bad sign. I feel like you gotta look at some fits, not all of them, okay? Some of you motherfuckers, you guys be taking me way too literally. Not all of your fits. I can look at some of my fits and I can be like, you know, I put it on, you know? But I can also look at some of my fits and be like, okay, maybe we're gonna have to archive this photo, you feel me? With so much substance, creativity, and beauty out there with designs and fashion, you kind of just limit yourself and box yourself into the comfort of minimalist styling by not seeking to explore and experiment. There's so many endless options out there, and I feel like we miss the stimulation and engagement that really truly comes with the more maximalist silhouettes, the more maximalist aesthetics, the louder fashion choices, and the more creative styles. I think bloatcore as an aesthetic, it's a pretty shameless NPC look. Like, come on, if you're really building fits following that typical formula with the jorts, the soccer jersey, the sambas, oh, I fucking hate this look so much. Now, what I will say is soccer jerseys, sports jerseys, vintage jerseys, all of that as a whole, I really love that's about the only thing bloatcore has really brought that I guess that's the main thing, hey, but I love the fact that we're celebrating and wearing more type of soccer jerseys, more sports jerseys, and just incorporating them, be more aware of them into like our typical outfit. The jerseys go so hard for fit pics, and if you're wanting to have your fit pic roasted and exclusively featured on this channel. You guys can have a look at the link in the description and join my exclusive community, High Fashion. This school community is free, guys. Okay, you fucking freeloaders, it's free. I really kind of miss just doing these kind of roasts and just interacting with my community, so I just generally thought, let me make the school free, get a lot of people in there, and you know what, guys, we'll just make something else in the future. Like maybe I'll try to show you guys something later, right? But I'll be seeing the comments. You guys onto me with the ads, right? But this is free, guys. I just want you guys to come in here and build the coolest fashion community on the internet. So this aesthetic is sacred when it comes to its influence in the culture, because I can't lie, fashion and especially early streetwear has taken heavy influence at different points from the skater community. I genuinely think the skateboy aesthetic is such a cool aesthetic just because it's so real. Like, I don't think most skaters are really concerned about things like outfit proportions or contrasting and cohesion between pieces. These motherfuckers just be putting on pieces that they think look cool, you know, like just things that they're maybe super into. And what is cooler than just someone unapologetically expressing themselves like that, confidently just putting that shit on? Like, I love skater culture for that. Now, this one is definitely one of the more recent metas we've been seeing in the fashion space. I know you guys been seeing this, right? You've seen the sort of cool on-trend aesthetic where people are kind of combining these outfits that have like a foundation of streetwear with like some elements of that high formality, like menswear type of pieces. The general trend I'm seeing is really starting to appreciate more traditional menswear staples, classic menswear garments, juxtaposed with some modern street silhouettes and styling. We're loving this awesome hybrid of loafers with baggy jeans, cardigans with cargos or technical pants. It's an awesome aesthetic that's really riding traction now, and I think going into 2025 will peak higher, becoming even more relevant. Now let's talk about the hood nigga. Come on, you know this couldn't be a Brian video without at least one stupid aesthetic being mentioned here, but this is genuinely okay. If we're talking hood nigga, we gotta describe this, right? We're gonna have some wife beaters, saggy pants, crazy comically large jewelry, designer shoes, designer sneakers. Ooh, they love designer sneakers. A hood nigga, dude, designer sneakers. Hood niggas will be 2 weeks late on their rent, 24 months late on child support, but they are stepping out in some DLB 30s, bro, I'll tell you that. And the last aesthetic I was gonna mention in this video, I was gonna talk about like goth or emo, or was it punk, or I can't remember. You guys got hella mad in the comments talking about grunge and punk. That ain't it, that's opiate, but that nigga, it's all black scenic emo bullshit, right? Oh, actually, I guess, you know, to be fair, let's differentiate punk. I do acknowledge punk is different than that shit, right? But come on, is it really different? Is it really different, guys? Is it really different? I'll let you guys answer that. You know, I'm not even gonna say anything about this because I know some motherfucker's gonna say, whoa, that's not actually goth, that's scene. Or that's not actually scene, that's it. Like, come on, I'm done with this, bro. We're ending this video now while retention's still here. I'll see you guys next video.